to separate Xinjiang from the rest of China because Xinjiang's location is way too important geopolitically. Though here, China can bring something to the entire Eurasia that some US politicians scare the most: peace. Let me explain why. First, Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, located in northwest of China.
This lady here works for Chinese state media, and this video I got was on the platform X, or formerly known as Twitter. This is Chinese state media, the CCP, putting their propaganda on Western social media. Now, you and I, who do not live in China, cannot put things on their social media. They have things like WeChat, which is like Facebook. They have Weibo, which is like Twitter. They also have Little Red Book, which is a little bit like Instagram. We can't post these videos there unless we have an account. And this account has been verified by a Chinese citizen. So basically, it's just not going to happen. And as soon as you did any Western propaganda on Chinese social media, it will be blocked, especially if it's anything bad about China. So this is all about an area of China called Xinjiang. Still, it's going on and on. And this lady is referring to the Belt and Road failed initiative, which hasn't worked. You've seen the videos that I put on not so long ago about Africa and some places where it has just failed, basically, and now they're trying to extort, or the Chinese government is trying to extort money from them. I'm going a little bit off topic related to this video, but she put in this into her Twitter video. Take a look at this.
1 year in the military. Here is what it has decided for Afghanistan. And I bet you don't know this either. We're in Afghanistan as we were in Germany post-World War II. That is, for at least a half a century. It has nothing to do with Kabul and state building, nothing to do with fighting the Taliban or proving that we can reconcile with the Taliban, and nothing to do with fighting any terrorist group. Because it is the only hard power the United States has that sits proximate to the Central Base Road Initiative of China that runs across Central Asia. If we had to impact that with military power, we are in position to do so in Afghanistan. Second reason we're there is because we're cheek and jowl with the potentially most unstable nuclear stockpile on the face of the earth in Pakistan. We want to be able to leap on that stockpile and stabilize it if necessary. And the third reason we're there is because there are 20 million Uyghurs, and if the CIA has to mount an operation using those Uyghurs, as Erdogan has done in Turkey against Assad, there are 20,000 of them in Idlib in Syria right now, for example. That's why the Chinese might be deploying military forces to Syria in the very near future to take care of those Uyghurs that Erdogan invited in. Well, the CIA would want to destabilize China, and that would be the best way to do it, to foment unrest and to join with those Uyghurs in pushing the Han Chinese and Beijing.
So here she is with a video of a gentleman who used to be or is part of the CIA. They're saying they want to destabilize China. Well, of course they want to destabilize China because they're doing all these awful things. And it does need to be taken down, but it's so huge, it's going to be such a big problem. The CIA, he talks about Afghanistan. Well, America and the rest of the world went into Afghanistan. The main reason, first of all, was basically Osama bin Laden. That was the gentleman. And firstly, because it was an unstable government, which the actual Chinese government do love, the Taliban.
To separate Xinjiang from the rest of China because Xinjiang's location is way too important geopolitically. Though here, China can bring something to the entire Eurasia that some US politicians scare the most: peace. Let me explain why. First, Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, located in northwest of China, connects China with Central Asia. Xinjiang shares borders with 8 countries: Mongolia, Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and India.
Again, I may be totally wrong. I'm not a politician, but when I watched this, I did actually get fumed. I didn't even plan to make a video today, but I think it's my duty to actually share this with you. Now, I do come from the United Kingdom. I have lived in Asia for a long time, like 30 years. And some things I agree with, a lot of things I agree with, but some things like this person here, I totally agree with. This supposedly innocent looking girl who tries to manipulate us and does succeed in some cases, saying that the usual kind of propaganda that China comes out with, China good, America bad. So wouldn't it be great if you could say CNN, even though lots of people don't like CNN, could actually do some reporting on Chinese state media? Well, it's not going to happen, but because of the freedom of the West, you could say, then they can do this. But it's sort of, and it does work, because some people do believe this absolute nonsense this girl or some of her colleagues from networks or Chinese state media networks actually go for. And sometimes they don't really have any choice, because it's the narrative of the CCP.
Xinjiang wasn't just a key hub in the Asian Silk Road, it's also a key gate for the current Belt and Road Initiative to expand westwards. It will connect East Asia, Central Asia, West Asia, and Europe. This is the region that the US government and several Western countries have been spending billions of dollars in the past decades to sponsor terrorism, wars, and instabilities. The textbook.
Thank you so much for your time. Please do like, share, and comment. If I'm wrong, please let me know your point of view in the comment section below. And if you feel generous enough to donate a couple of $1 million to my bank account, well, that would be absolutely splendid. You can do that in the description below. Bye-bye for now. Thank you so much for your time. Cheers.